Podcast.
Subscribe now on Google Play and iTunes and Spotify. Right now.
From the Empire? You just walk in like you belong. They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied. They can't imagine. That's all like me. Would ever get inside our house. Cassian Andor. The Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the building with, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, arguably, probably a debatable show of greatness. I mean, I don't want to give all of my opinions away out the gate. However, Andor is here, and we are all ready to take this to another level. That applause is way too loud. Let me bring that applause down. There you go. That's a respectable level. So, let's go. I'm JS1 Supplier out here. We're going to make this happen, and I got to my left or right or whatever. Yo, and we got down the bottom, we got the guy himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, it's me, DJ Pill.
I'm surprised Fame didn't have a long kind of like Sir title, you know what I'm saying? Yo.
You know, I've been ready to just crack right into Andor. Not even
so, facts. All right. So Andor is a show that is based off of is obviously in the world of Star Wars. If you are a Star Wars fan, it all began. Well, what we were told is that it all began like right here at episode 1, but obviously it didn't. It began years and years and years before episode 1. And Andor is the representation of the catalyst for why the rebellion. And all right, so let me take it back further. Okay. If you have never seen Star Wars before, it is a sci-fi world because it's been obviously more than 10 films. It's got video games. It's got books. It's got all types of stuff. So Star Wars is a world where a intergalactic government comes into play to keep all of these different worlds safe, to keep it's supposed to be the light in the darkness of the galaxy. However, in any government, no matter how big or expansive, there is corruption. And the thing that makes Star Wars and this show particularly special is that you learn that it's not one person that just made it crazy. It's just bureaucracy just has a tendency to corrupt. And it corrupt in a way of what works for one planet or one group of people doesn't always work for another. So what ends up happening is this kind of streamlined organization starts to impart its rule on other planets. Some planets don't want to have nothing to do with it. Some planets are happy to be a part of it. Some planets have more resources than others. So the planets with resources obviously get more representation, get more respect. You know, they get more love, you know, or the planets that are more advanced and can defend themselves obviously will have more sway in the courts or in this government than other places. So what happens? People start rising up. There are whole heaps of groups of people that are just fighting. Some fighting for their planet, some fighting for their little group that they're in, some people fighting just because that's just the way they are. Some people are just trying to get money and stay out of the way of this what do they call it? It's the government, and the government is called. Why did my brain just fart? Fame.
Empire?
Huh?
You talking about the Empire?
Yeah, trying to stay out of the way of the Empire, the Intergalactic Empire. Thank you. So, Andor is the literal beginning of a small group of people that we all don't know yet. Even we're not even at the end of Andor yet. But we still don't know everybody that's involved. You have a small group of people that have come together that have decided, hey, bro, we need to start disrupting what the Empire is doing. We need to start pushing back so that we can either dismantle it, disrupt it, so that there can be something other than what's been going on, because there's just too many problems. Cassian Andor is just a pawn in the midst of this plan that was put in place. But Cassian Andor represents, and this is one of the things that I love about this show, Cassian Andor is your avatar. He represents you as you're dropped in the middle of this universe. You don't really give a damn about the Empire. You're not really tripping. You tripping, but you're not tripping. You annoyed because they step on a lot of stuff. You got some anger, but at the end of the day, yo, you ain't necessarily about to, I'm about to go to war. Go to war? Nah, bro. I can just dress up like these dudes, steal some stuff, get some bread, move around. I'm good, bro. I don't really need too much. I know how to stay out of the way of the Empire when they start getting on my nerves. But as you meet this guy in his early youth, I mean, not early youth, but you meet him in his life, you see him go through this journey of slowly being convinced of something needs to happen. More than me just moving around. And his eyes are slowly being open to how other people are being drastically affected in a negative way by this empire that he hates, but he just ain't really tripping about. Such. Fame, I'm gonna shut up. Give me your intro into this.
Look at this guy. 6 minutes.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, so we're not even gonna go into it. No. Let's jump straight into it. So I got 3 questions. I want to start off with
let's go.
What's your worst nightmare if you're the Republic?
That's a good question. Your worst nightmare is religious fanatics. No, dead ass. Because they don't need money. They don't need land. They can just do stuff because they feel it. And that's just when that religious fanaticism is your religious fanaticism, aka the Jedi. Religious fanaticism, aka the Phantom Menace, and all these other, like, yo, that's your biggest problem you're gonna have to deal with. But go ahead. Okay. I'm shutting up. Yeah, I'm sorry. So
what's your worst nightmare if you're the Republic?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You punt? Not. All right. What's scarier than Vader if you're the Jedi?
Vader's homeboy, what you call it? He's scarier than Vader.
Oh,
Vader's Sith. Yeah, the Sith. I'm talking about the Sith Lord, because he's not Sith Lord. So Vader's boss is the person you scared of, because he's old as hell. He got all of the skills, and y'all don't know he exists. But go ahead.
Right. So we take both of those 2 things. What's your worst nightmare if you're the Republic, little old people, and if you're the Jedi, what's scarier than Vader? Right. So what's the Empire to regular people like Cassian? What is the Empire?
I mean, Empire is the.
You did a great job. So as you walked us through 6 minutes,
yeah,
did a
like
good job of laying the field down.
And I'm sorry I went so long, but I'm like, it's so much. It's like I just really want to give people an understanding of, like, this show represents so much that was never really rolled out properly in any other thing in the past. So like, I don't want to get into that yet. So all right. So the Empire. All right. So what it represents to regular people like Cassian is the changing of from the old to the new. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the way we used to live, this freedom, this, we don't have to worry about nothing. We can live in the woods, and we don't have to we can wear loincloths and be naked and have sex and eat fruit. Like, that's dead. Like, now I gotta have a job. Now I gotta, I gotta pay for a place to live. Now I'm in this formalized infrastructure that, it kind of goes against, like, and yo, why am I being forced to do this? I didn't ask for this. This world is kind of dropped on me. This kind of group of people came out of nowhere, and they just start dictating what we got to do, and then and we don't have a say so in it. So like it represents the death of freedom. But go ahead.
I don't think you want to follow that uphill, but you want to?
No, I mean I would agree. It's just it's the law. Like them now having to follow the law now. It's like, why are we doing this? Like, we never had to do this before. So give me some type of explanation on why we're doing this.
And I feel like that sets the ground stage for Andor. As you just said, Jay, from the opening cut. Yesterday I went back and watched episode 1. Because as you picking up the pacing, Andor is the slowest burn that I've probably ever had to see in my life.
That's a fact.
But it's really good on that first watch through. That first pull of Andor, if you jumping into episode 1 and you literally like Andor, you like, yo, bro, what just happened? Bro, pop somebody? Like, why? Like, here we go. His sister, we go through 10 episodes? We doing this is all around, right?
Huh?
Spoilers are open, right?
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, just to go through it, I'll leave it as we get to it. But yeah, episode 1 is enough for you to just kind of see exactly where you're going to go. And the way it picks up, so this is crazy. So what I'm trying to say is it's a slow burner, but it's one of those snowball burners. So what you get in episode 1, you get throughout the whole entire season. Each piece goes faster and faster and faster. You start it's tense moment. It's like a good scary movie score. That score is just slowly building. It's always intense. It's always on the fence. From Lutheran stepping in to Kern before Deidre gets there to what's her name? Mon. I cannot pronounce her name. Mother. It's not Mother. Martha. The chick. The senator lady.
Oh, you know what? Let me pull it up. I don't know off the top of my head, but go ahead. Continue talking.
Yeah. Okay, so it's as you literally, what is it, probably like 5 main characters? You're watching 5 main characters on screen. I don't really consider Binks is with, what's her name? Dang, I forgot a critical person name, bro. Val. No, I didn't. Her name is Val. The girl Andor's introduced.
Oh yeah. It's Vel Sartha.
Vel
Sartha. VEL. And then it's Dedra Miro. Yep.
And then what's the guy name? The crazy guy. I know his last name is Kern. I think his first name is like Cyril.
What crazy guy?
The guy in the Empire that's just chasing Andor, like consistently.
Oh, Karis Nemik. Karis. Karis Nemik. Nemik.
That's his name in the show or his government?
No, that's the name of the show. His real name is Alex Lothar.
All right. So what am I thinking of? Name Kern. Okay, though.
Hold on, I'll pull it up so you can see it. It's just that simple. Bam! And there he is, Mr. America. All right, let me click on him so you can see him. Wait a minute. Nah, is that him? No. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, he is. Yo, he's nutter butter. You understand me? He is nutter. Yo, nutter butter, bruh. When he ran up on Shorty, I thought he was gonna get capped for real. Yo, shout out to him, but he's definitely nutter butter for real.
That changed his whole character dynamic in my head. I was like, yo, he on the fence. But once he did that, I was like, oh, ain't no fence for this man. He completely mental. He's gone. He's going through it. Yo,
like once again, you see him slowly deteriorate because, I mean, he was on the line when you first see him in episode 1, but like by the time he got to move back on his mom's, and that is mental torture, bro. Yeah. Like she is torturing the shit out of this nigga. And this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Moving back in your parents ain't always good, bro. Because I be wanting to stick a gun in my mouth like at least every other day. Like this is the shit that make you like. And I was so thankful for that show. It's like the naggingness, the annoyingness, the like constantly in your face. It's just like, yo, he just want to live, and like you just see him fall apart, and that's just what it is. And I'm sorry that it had to come to that. But go ahead, finish your statement.
Yeah, but that was just making that point of I definitely want to get through to going through the 10 episodes, because the 10 episodes really paint that picture of what's to come. And even though you know everything going on for die hard Star Wars fanatics, seeing everything Star Wars, you know what's going on. It's such a comfortable place for them to tell this story of just regular citizens brushing up against the Empire. So not dealing with Jedi, not dealing with Sith, not dealing with any other aliens from out in the world yet. And we only have like 2 robot encounters with what is it? K2SO.
Okay. Are you talking about towards the end of the season when he's on vacation?
Yeah, like that's the only brush up we have.
Yeah. Nah. Because he's got his little R2 unit. It's not really an R2. It's something else. So he's got that little thing. You see that. Yeah, I mean, like if you really pay attention, there are robots in the background and stuff is going on. It's just they're not forefront characters because I feel like they wanted to ground Andor. And honestly, Andor is not really sci-fi. It's set in a sci-fi world, but it's not really a sci-fi story. But go ahead, I'm shutting up.
You're doing it perfect. You don't even get the music from Star Wars that you would get in the bars. You don't get the little riffs. It's just straight down to earth drama. Yo, it almost makes me feel like, oh shit, this shit could be real. If we ever start getting to space, this is how it's gonna feel for us. Like you got the little people ain't got nothing to do but run and hide. Yo, duck and cover. Yo, here go them boys up ahead, yo. From the opening episode of the joint passing by, and they in the woods like little Neanderthals just sitting there watching while they having a good old time. And like, yep, there go my freedom. Like they don't know, they just see it coming down. Like, yeah, we're gonna hit this machine up, take these parts, live life. Boom, everything get changed. Shorty gets snatched away. I'll wait to the end of this, but before I even get into it, with some thoughts on who his sister might be. Crazy.
So like what I want to jump in and say, like I kind of, because I named this Andor is the greatest Star Wars cleanse. As we are excitedly talking about all of these details, like I've never seen this in any intellectual property in entertainment ever. I've never seen people create something great, fumble, years down the line. Because if you really understand, if you're a Star Wars fan, you understand. Star Wars starts at episode 4. It goes 4, 5, 6. People love 4, 5, 6. Then 10 years later, almost 20 years later, they decide we're gonna go do 1 through 3. 1 through 3, in my opinion, are great, but it did not carry the same spirit as 4, 5, and 6. It wasn't as adventure filled. It wasn't as whimsical. It was very much political dramas with stunts of action placed in. 1, 2, and 3 explained a lot of everything that would come into 4, 5, and 6. So you have an audience that gets upset over it because they're like, man, this ain't what I wanted. This is crap. I don't like this. And people pick apart the acting. They picked apart all of these movies.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, because then we're talking about an origin story, right? That would be considered your origin story. 1, 2, 3 would be your origin. 2, 4, 5, and 6.
And it's so wonderful that you bring that up. Andor represents the origin to the origin story, because the Andor takes place before episode 1. We're talking about damn near 20 years, 30 years before episode 1. So and even let's be even more real. Because I'm about to say, I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually not that far. I think Andor takes place maybe 5 to 10 years before episode 1, because Cassian Andor is actually in, what the hell is that movie? God damn it.
Rogue One.
He's in Rogue One, and Rogue One takes place between episode 3 and episode 4.
Right.
So the point I'm trying to make is that you have the audience kind of get really upset with episodes 1 through 3. Then you have the subsequent episodes that come after that, which are 20 or 30 years down the line. And then that's when we get, what was that, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. People have mixed feelings. Then you get the solo films. We all kind of felt as a collective Star Wars fan base, this doesn't make any sense. We're sick and tired of this. Everything is so truncated, and so much stuff doesn't make sense. Andor really it was like it took everything that was wrong and was like, let me fix everything. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that? Because the one thing that we never knew we needed was we needed to understand how the universe got to become what it was. We needed to see real people realistically affected by this big organism. We needed to see people working in that organism as normal people so that we could understand and we could empathize. I can empathize with the enemy now. I can empathize with the rebellion now. This show has made everything that I might have disliked and put it all back into perspective. And it made me really, really proud and happy, wow. And without touching any of the future stuff. All right, so now I'm shutting up. Fame's got to say something.
I'll start with, it's interesting, right? And I probably like Andor a lot more now, because the other day I was getting some food and my ticket number was 66, and the guy said, order 66. And I said, oh shit, somebody gotta die. You don't get it. But no, it made me come home and run to finish Andor again after I got order 66, because it dawned on me that, bro, Andor is literally after order 66. It is when the Jedi are getting wiped out across the universe. It is when Darth Vader is going around in space. This is before.
I don't mean to jump in, sir. Andor takes place before episode 1.
Because it's about the Death Star. And who's on the Death Star?
The Death Star was not... This Death Star... Wait a minute. When was the Death Star?
One or
I'm talking
two.
about the first Death Star. We're talking about the first Death Star. So like,
You're right. I'm wrong.
yeah. It doesn't. Andor takes place pre Episode 1 for real. Like I said, so the Death Star wasn't created until Episode 3, going into Episode 4.
At the end of Rogue One, who do we see?
No, Andor's not dead. He's not gonna die in this series.
At the end of Rogue One, who do we see?
You see Darth Vader.
Okay, which means
Vader doesn't come until Episode 3.
Correct. So 1, 2, 3, the movies are out. Order 66 happens at the end of Episode 3, right?
Right.
Which sets up for 4, 5, 6. Andor has to take place in between 3 and 4.
I don't agree with that. I feel like and that's the reason why I was Googling it earlier. I was trying to get an understanding of timeline. Like, I need to know when this comes up in the Star Wars timeline, and there's no clear. Okay, so hold on, let me put this on the screen. So go ahead, I'm listening.
There you go. It's right there. 1, 2, 3. There go Clone Wars in between. In between 3 and 4 is Rogue One. Right above Rogue One is it's there in your head. You can see it. You know it's there because you know what Andor has to do.
Wait a minute. So if this doesn't even make sense, this is so retarded. Like, wait a minute. So why am I watching this show and these people are acting like they don't have any understanding of? See, and the only reason why I was like kind of excited because I was like, Cassian Andor, they don't talk about the Jedi. They don't talk about the Clone Wars. They don't talk about none of this stuff. Like, so how do we even get to this Cassian Andor point? Like, I don't understand.
Because there are still multiple planets throughout the galaxy that the Empire is still trying to take over. And that's exactly what you get in Episode 1. That's exactly what's happening when you see these guys in a prison. They still don't know. Everybody don't know about Jedis. Everybody don't know about the Empire until the Empire lands on that planet and forces them into war. And then sometimes the Jedi come and save you. And then in Andor's case, we don't know when he's going. Well, we see he get a cyber. I'm about to say cyber. We see him with the Kazar crystal for a little bit of time, but he don't know what the hell that thing is. Mm-hmm. He don't know what to do with that crystal. He just knows it's worth a lot of money.
That's a fact.
And that gets explained right then and there. So he don't know about the Jedi yet. We don't, and the guy didn't explain it. Nobody explained to him yet about the Force. That it's not there yet because he's just that guy from the planet that. Well, he might know because I don't know. I don't want to misspeak. I don't know what his mother taught him. We ain't seen that part yet. We don't know anything about his, that little middle upbringing. So it's still space and time. It's really not. It's really not actually. I guess we're just never gonna know. We're never gonna know until we know. I guess in the next 2 episodes, what he know about Jedi, the Force. Right now, like you saying, right now. Andor cleans you of that. You don't got to worry about the Jedi. You ain't got to worry about the Force. You don't need to worry about the Sith. You don't need to worry about the clone. You got to get.
See, and that's the other thing that was tripping me out. It's like, there should be clones or something outside of living androids and all of that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the timeline and I'm like, damn, Andor takes place in that. I'm a little confused.
Because we did have a clone, right? Where we got rid of the clones before we even got the 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I got you.
Covered in the cartoon series.
Yeah.
So, and that's in between 3 and 4. So,
I can put it back up. Yeah, so it's between Episode 2 and Episode 3, Clone Wars.
Yeah, right in Rebels. It should be right. And Rebels is where you see, I think, the end of the clones. And
hold up, bro. How the hell is the Mandalorian taking place after Return of the Jedi? And it's the Mandalorian, and then
it has to because Yoda dies, or is gone or something. We don't know if he's actually dead, right?
You got me, my nigga. I don't even know.
Bro, we should know this. Yoda is not. Is he? Wait, is he in Force Awakens? He's not in
No. Yoda died in Return of the Jedi. He died at the beginning of Return of the Jedi.
Death, right?
Death, like regular death, not like he's dead, but he comes back in blue form at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Which means, okay, that I'm correct. In The Mandalorian, Yoda is out in the universe.
No. Yoda dead. See, look, Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi, after Yoda dead. Right. So, all right, back to the gushing, glowing reviews of this show. I'm amazed. Let me give you my highs on this show. Is that there are so many huge set pieces for this series that there are certain points in like certain episodes where I'm like, is this the end of the season? Like, say for instance, you know, like when he first is trying to evade the murder, when he killed that first person, I thought that was a season. And then like when they got into the whole him getting shipped off to do this big job, when that ended, I was like, damn, that's a damn dope ass season finale. Then he gets like, he goes after that and then decides, I want to go into early retirement. Now he's in something completely different. I'm like, yo, and these are huge storylines that are so big they could really encompass their own seasons, but they do it so well. They get you in and out of these huge set pieces in such a great way. It keeps you locked in. And while I'm saying all these huge set pieces, the storyline is moving slow as shit.
Yep.
And they're moving slow because they're trying to give you detail. They're trying to get you to fall in love with the time period, with the characters. They're trying to get you to understand what everybody's going through. They really want you to join the rebellion by the end of the season 1. But go ahead.
They want you to, but they're doing a perfect job of working within their constraints. They're not moving fast because they don't want to. They're moving this slow because they have to.
Right.
You can't pass the Death Star. You know, this guy is this age in the show. We can't visibly show him 6 years in jail. So we got how we're about to play this off. And like I said, everything feels like a snowball. It's like 24 hours to live. Every episode feels like, yo, bro, if you gonna survive this, yo, is Deborah not gonna whack somebody else? Yo, how the hell did Banks make it this far? Like every episode is teetering on that fence of like literally, yo, what's next? What's about to happen? Hell, yo, come on, give us something, man. He just
well, Bill hasn't watched Andor yet. So
oh man,
I haven't watched it.
You get to listen to all of this goodness.
I'm listening to all the goodness. I haven't watched it yet.
This is why I wasn't watching House of the Dragon.
This
is why I was caught up. I mean, of course, because of the Power of the Rings too, but
excuses.
Oh my God, I still want to have this Lord of the Rings discussion because I ain't trying to hear shit. Everybody's stroking off on this Lord of the Rings, and it was good. But let me tell you something. The season finale, flawless.
Yeah,
flawless. But the first 4 or 5 episodes, get the fuck out of here. I ain't with all that. So anyway, back to Andor, the greatest television show that was ever created. Quoted by Fame. I didn't say that. But I think one of the greatest things they have, like for Star Wars to have so much in their wheelhouse that they could have thrown at the screen, for them to show the restraint that they did. Yo, that's what I'm telling you. Like, this is one of the reasons why it's so great. They could have had robots everywhere. You could have had this sword fights and all this mystical, magical bullcrap. But you don't see none of that. This is a real world scenario where people are dealing with their lives are being affected by pig-headed bureaucracy. And you get to see this huge government organization and different parts of it. You get to see the Congress part. You get to see the CIA part. You get to see the regular on-ground police part. You get this. So it makes It makes the Empire three-dimensional. It makes it real. And then you get to see everybody's different interactions. You get to see Cassian Andor interact with the Empire in multiple ways and have different results for every time he interacts with that organism. Crazy. The acting is off the chain. I really loved how Cassian, like, he was firmly, because he's a grown man. Yo, don't you want to join this rebellion? Come on. And dude gave him a dope speech. I was ready to jump in. But Cassian was just like, nah, bro, I'm out. I'm gonna take this little bit of bread. And this nigga goes on vacation. He gets a little fine little chick. He got a hotel room. They drinking, they eating, they shagging. He chilling. I was like, I don't even understand where we going. Like, I don't know how anybody else felt, but when I saw him on vacation, I was like, Star Wars? Like, is this what we doing? And the way they flipped that, give me hand claps, boy.
Yeah. Excellent.
They flipped the hell out of that, boy. They did they damn thing on that one, boy.
We definitely ain't see it coming. Nobody's seen that line coming. No, the hook, reel, and sinker was. I mean, you know, when you watch it happen, like, damn, boy, you should have just joined up.
Facts.
But you could have died if you did join up. I'm just saying. So it might have been a smart move to end up. You know, the Force works in mysterious ways. Yeah.
It ain't over yet. The story's still going on. So, all right. Is there anything else you want to throw out there that we haven't gotten to?
You know, to piggyback off of what you were saying about what they could have done with the beautiful world of Star Wars. And we seen two little small brush moments. And I think on screen, the best interaction I've seen on Andor and any of the Star Wars shows so far was Forrest Whitaker back as Saw with that conversation with Lutheran. It was really small, but you got big action cinema right in that dialogue to make you realize, like, oh, yo, he's still. You get to watch Saw in character like you never got to watch him in character before. Like, even the teeny bit that you got in Rogue One, to really hear him like, nah, bro, we're not doing it that way. I'm not joining up with y'all. I'm not gonna have me. Literally how Cassian feels about it. Saw feels the same way. And Lutheran feels the same way as well. Like, yo, we have to bring all of these factions together to stop this empire. And everybody, I feel like by the end of this, everybody's looking at Lutheran like, yo, bro, you got them keep bringing the hammer down on us. So every time you get us to do something crazy, you got them, boom. And Lutheran is like, yeah, yo, we got to make them start killing us. So we can-
Hold on. Let's jump into the scene so the people can watch it for themselves.
Coordinate alternatives for Milo.
Calculating.
So my friend, Garrison at Donnie. That's you.
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
You never tell me if it was.
Let's agree. It was a masterpiece.
Wow, no, I'm sure.
Not you. Playing behind the scenes, Luther.
Aren't you tired of fighting with people who agree with you?
You come all this way to scold me. Or did you bring me some toys?
I did, but they're not for free.
Nothing with you is free.
Not every operation is as flush as yours.
At what cost?
Enter Krieger. I want you to meet him.
Anto Krieger.
He's been probing the Imperial power station at Spellhouse. He's found a weakness in the defenses.
The man is an ox. Slow. And stupid.
Not strong. I want you to hear his plan. He'll need air support.
Let's just keep this simple. I'll take all 3 deflectors. How much?
No, you meet with Krieger, they're free. Whatever our final version of success looks like, there's no chance any of us can make it real on our own. We need the Empire to help. We need them angry. We need them coming down hard. Oppression breeds rebellion. Go together.
Krieger's a separatist. My pay's a neo-Republican. The Gorman Front. The partisan alliance, sectorists, human cultists, galaxy petitionists. They're lost. All of them, lost. Lost. I've never really known. What are you?
I'm the one who says we'll die with nothing if we don't put aside our petty differences.
Petty.
A bit of a luxury, I'd argue, to a man who's hiding in cold caves and begging for spare parts.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I thought he was going to die right then and there. I was like, oh, Saul gonna let him keep his mouth?
Because Saul had that look on his face like, nigga, I will kill you.
I will bear you to that chair.
Cut you down. Like, you, man. Like, if it, man.
Does that job, yo. He oversells that from the facial reaction. Everything about that scene is classic. And it gets, watching it now and again, because that was my second time seeing it. As you watching this series, when you see that pill, when you get to that scene again, it really hit. Like, because you get, like, why Saul feel this way after you watch what Lutheran put everybody through. And Lutheran is sticking to his guns like, yo, I'm telling y'all about these Empire niggas, bro. They not right. He not telling you why. He just saying, yo, they not right. Listen, I got a plan. Let's get them to start killing a few of us.
I mean, and what Saul Guerrera is arguing is not just the absurdity of his plan. He's arguing, I don't know what type of guy are you. Are you a cultist? Are you a separate? What he's saying is, if I knew who you were, I would feel more comfortable working with you. If I knew what your code was, if I knew what your whole purpose behind all of this was, but because you're so shrouded in mystery, and because you're so much, you are trying to hold the purse strings and you're trying to get me to move at the beat of your drum, but you're not telling me why. You're not selling me on it. You're just telling me, oh man, things are bad and it's going to get worse. Well, Saul Guerrera knows that. That's why he's been doing what he's doing. He knows. It's almost like, bro, why are you patronizing me? Why are you talking to me like I don't know what's going on? Motherfucker, don't you see that I'm in my own operation? I don't need you. You know what I mean? And if you want me to get involved with you, you got to do better than, yo, I got it. Just meet with my mans and do what I say. No, bro. I'm not going to put everything that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into creating at risk for you, and you're not even willing to give me information. You know what I mean? And once again, that, to kind of go back to what you're saying, is what makes that scene so great. Yes, as much as we're on the same side, we're not on the same side. As much as we need each other, you really understand throughout watching this show that you don't know who you can give information to. Not necessarily because somebody's going to shoot you in the back or whatever. It's just, I could give you some information. I don't know how you're going to take it. I don't even know how you're going to be able to, you know, if you're going to understand, or I might end up having to tell you too much. And once I've told you too much, it's a problem. Because now my whole, like, Luther's whole thing is, the only thing keeping me safe is the fact that I don't tell niggas nothing. Yeah. And once I tell the wrong person, I'm done. Because he's in a delicate space. Super delicate. He's in a powerful space, but it's a delicate space. And all it takes is for one person. And he's out of there.
You know, and the funny part is, with Andor and the Star Wars world as a whole, even through the cartoons, that one scene right there really sums up what the writers of Star Wars want you to feel. They want you to be on that fence. They want you to know what the problem with the Jedi. When we started to see that in the cartoon series and episode 1, 2, and 3, how, yo, bro, who the hell are y'all that come down here talking about you helping us, you protecting us, and you not giving us no information about what these guys doing? We know they taking stuff, but you guys over here almost like Marvel superheroes. Y'all causing more problems for us If we just lay down, do the little bitty things that they want, sure, like you said, noted earlier in the beginning, we're not going to get what the other planets get because they got better resources. But if we just give them what they want, they'll leave us the hell alone. And here come Lutheran. Nah, that's not good enough. Everybody should be free, bro.
But the problem is he's making this speech, but you're still kind of operating the same way the Empire's operating.
Yep.
Trust me, bro. I got it. Hey, bro, that's what these niggas said. So you giving me the same pitch that the person that I hate pitching. Yep. So, like, you know, why would I even throw in with you? Because you're not willing to take a risk. I'm all the way out here. The fact that you came to see me and you know where I'm at shows that I trust you. Hey, these dudes out here with these guns, they should have shot you down the moment you came close, but they didn't. So I'm giving you more than you're giving me. So why would I throw in with you? And then like the depth of how serious things are, and Saul Guerrero taking it further, saying all of these other people that you're mentioning, they're different from me, and let me explain why.
Yeah.
They're not pure. They all have their ulterior motives that are based off of things that have nothing to do with people. It has everything to do with religion or personal conquest or just some crazy code system, instead of, hey, man, I just genuinely want to help people, or I just want to get these niggas the fuck out of my life. And he's just like, that's the reason why I don't want to bang with y'all. You know what I mean? And until somebody's going to show me that you're gonna ride the same way I'm gonna ride, I'm not gonna fall in. It just lets you understand. Once again, Andor is so great is because you get to understand that rebellion isn't easy. It just wasn't some people that got knocked upside the head and went, well, we ain't gonna take this no more, and we gonna get our we just gonna fight. Like, no, it's a whole bunch of people that all have trauma, all have things that they're going through, and there's this slow coming together. It's a slow, we are all being pushed and pushed and pushed, backs against the wall, till we have no choice but to work together. Not because we trust each other and yay, we love each other and we're gonna, no, we don't have no choice. Period. And that, oh boy, it's like, and when you kind of have all of these people pushing in space, that's what makes the explosion of the rebellion so big. How do you get to the point of the rebellion having ships? Think about it. The rebellion, by the time episode 4, 5, and 6 come, they have fleets of ships. Well, where do you get the fleets of ships from? You need money. You need resources to have a whole military infrastructure. You need people. And you're not just a couple of people. You need millions of people.
Or in the Empire's case, you need slaves. Lots of them from a lot of planets.
Exactly. So this is so great to see. You get to see the beginnings. Well, I mean, actually, I'm wrong, because this show takes place after the major part of the rebellion. So like, this is my question. If this takes place, let me look at this thing again. If this thing takes place, before A New Hope, then they already was talking rebellion. Okay, so like, now I don't know. I'm confused at this point, because now I need to understand what was the rebellion like before. Because remember, in episodes 1, 2, and 3, there was a rebellion or a group of people that were engineering dissension within the Empire. Right. So do they connect with Saul Guerrero? I mean, not Saul Guerrero. Are they the ones that connect with Luther? Or is Luther that guy from back then? So, like, there's so many unanswered questions.
Luther could be a Jedi for all we know.
I like that.
He's got a crystal. He could just be in, or he could have got it from a Jedi. He could have been working with the Jedi before Order 66 happened. So it's a really great show. It's a really great time period. It does connect because, like I said, the rebellion is still happening everywhere. And
right.
1, 2, and 3, we see it happen in a select area. You know, we see why they're trying to get these clones together, all the robots. They're trying to build up the army to send them out. We get that in 1, 2, and 3 already. Mm-hmm. It's contained in 1, 2, and 3 too. It's not galactically all over the place yet.
Right,
it's build up to it. They know it's going to happen. And then boom, into the, I think what Now Cassian, Rogue One, Rebels, Solo. You get all of that. It's there. It's a big galaxy. It's Star Wars Galaxy is the only. That's it. It's just that. Literally. Like, Star Trek feel big, right? But Star
Trek is way more organized, and you can really, they have detailed of who the different races are from the different planets and the different solar systems. So like in comparison, in my opinion, Star Trek feels bigger because you spent more time with the different races of people and what they represent and the different cultures. Whereas Star Wars doesn't spend enough time developing the cultures of the different groups of people. You might see the same alien creatures from scene to scene, but you don't know the names of them. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what their cultures are. So even though Star Wars is huge, it might be literally much bigger than Star Trek, but they've done a really horrible job of bringing it all together. And now that you're saying what you just said, the benefit of Star Trek is Star Trek had 10 series of television shows that have all had 8 seasons and 20 episodes a season. So you got a chance to really immerse yourself in different cultures. Star Wars, this is like the first time that they've really had TV shows that were serious going into different things. And I definitely feel like what they should be doing as they move forward is getting into individual alien cultures and how they're being affected by the Empire, and then whether they're a part of it, and then how do they fall? Do they fall in with the Empire, or do they fall in with the the Separatists or the whatever the fuck it's called?
It's so many of them. But what's the evil Empire? How do we get to the Sith Empire?
The Sith is around. The Sith predates the Empire. The Sith only got into the Empire because Sith Lords, they lust for power. So like I was watching some YouTube videos and they were talking about how like the Sith, well, first of all, the Sith is a race of beings that go back thousands of years. So because they predate the Empire, they started like integrating themselves into other cultures. So so to answer your question, they predate the Empire, and they've always been in the Empire in different forms, and they've always been working towards taking over that organization because their goal is to take over the universe. Period.
All right.
Anything else you want to throw out there before we get up out of here? Because I'm hungry, my throat's dry, pause, and yeah.
Nah, I'll save it for the next 2. We still got 2 more episodes to the finale, 11 and 12, and then we can get back into it after we see exactly what happened. Hopefully we don't see no more star power on screen. That's what I don't want to see. I just want to keep continuing the great story. Star was dope. That's all I
watch the episodes. That's all I can tell you. Pill, watch the show.
I'm gonna turn it on tonight.
All right, guys. We're gonna reconvene at the end at the season after the season finale, and we're gonna give you more. This is Star Wars Andor's review. Thanks, Fame. Appreciate you, Pill. I appreciate both of y'all giving me the time, man, so we can get this done. Hey, tap in the comment section. Tell us what your opinions are. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What you feel like should be happening? And we'll check you next time. Peace.